Hey guys, I know I haven't been making videos in a while. I just have been busy with school, and I just finished, then I might do some summer courses. But aside from that, I really wanted to update you guys on that and make a video for Sistar's disbandment. Honestly, I'm not very shocked about this. I'm very upset, so I just want to I guess make a reaction slash rant about this. And this also has to do with a reason why I'm less into K-pop and just not buying as much as I did before. So I wanted to make a video for Sistar, of course, because they're one of my top favorite girl groups in K-pop, and I've been with them since they debuted. They were around the time when I was really getting into K-pop, because I got into K-pop like 2008, but I got really into it in 2010, and that's the year Sistar debuted, and they debuted in the summer as well. So it's like K-pop's summer is going to change because they had a trend um, with the releases during the summer, and then it just became like their their time of the year. It's like you always knew that they were going to come back, but it's the safest guess would always be summer after, like, I get like almost all their comebacks were actually in the summer, and they also debuted in the summer. So um, Sistar is a synonym for K-pop in the summer, in my eyes, and for a lot of other K-pop fans. And I can really understand why the girls are not renewing their contracts. Starship has two new groups now. They have Monster X and they have the Cosmic Girls. And of course, Monster X has really gotten a lot of support through physical sales, and they're on their way to getting that #1 trophy. Hopefully they get that soon as well. No hate towards Monster X. And of course, the Cosmic Girls are also getting a lot of momentum after the addition of Yeonjung, who is part of IOI, and she was added to the group last year. And ever since she just joined the group, they started getting a lot of more attention. And you got the one Chinese member that went viral, and then there was a picture of two Chinese members. So they've really gotten a lot of buzz lately, and I like their songs as well. So no hate towards them as well, but I can really understand Sistar not wanting to renew their contracts for that reason as well. Of course, Starship is going to focus more on Monster X and Cosmic Girls, and because they totally have abandoned Boyfriend, because Boyfriend had some decent success with every comeback they had, but they never really broke out into kind of like the mainstream, and they were shipped off to Japan. And yeah, but Sistar always managed to get a massive hit every single year. After My Boy came out, they were on a streak with hits, and they were always they had like I think 8 #1 hits, which is really difficult to do. Only very few groups can really say that they have #1 songs, not just winning #1 on music shows, but actually having #1 on the charts. And Sistar never failed digitally. They always had a lot of public recognition, but not a lot of following. They never really had that extremely strong fandom for them, but it didn't really matter because they always were popular with the general public, so they never really needed that. But because of that, they never really went outside of Korea to promote. So we never had any type of Japanese discography. So that's that. And as for them just not continuing, they're an older group. Of course, they can manage to get a couple more hits out, But lately, almost every old group has just been not charting as well. A good example of this is C and Blue. C and Blue they always managed to do really well digitally, and now they don't really gain that much attention. And that's just a quick example of a group that made a comeback this year that couldn't manage to break into like the top 20. And yeah, it's just people are more into newer groups right now, and that's probably the biggest reason why they're not going to continue. And in general, all these four girls have really managed their own paths, which I'm really glad, because I really support each of them, because honestly, they're all four of them are so different, and they just mesh so well. I know a lot of people just usually just call them the heroine and her backup singers, but I think each of them had a special component into Sistar. And yeah, I hope that whatever they do in the future will be great. Of course, I would like for like a reunion or something. Maybe in 2 years they might make like some type of anniversary album, like a lot of these older groups are doing. And I don't know, this just is making me less and less into K-pop, because a lot of my favorite groups, if you've seen my collection videos or just my haul videos, are mostly older groups, and I'm not really getting into these newer groups. There are a lot of them are sounding the same. They don't have that really special thing that's really getting me into them, and I honestly don't even have the time to watch those variety shows. So no hate towards them, but it's really hard for me to get into newer groups, aside from GFriend and 17. And yes, as for what I see for each of the girls, I would say Soyu will probably sign with another music company and probably release a mini album. I really think she has a lot of potential. She's always managed to get huge hits with collaborations, so it's long overdue for her to get a mini album. And I think that's probably a reason for her to leave Starship, because she's never really gotten that individual attention. She's just always been put into other people's songs, but so she's shown that she can really do something for herself. So I'm really glad that she made that path for her career. And as for Bora, I honestly just see her doing some more dramas. I watched part of The Good Doctor, and I think she was a pretty decent actress. Or was it The Good Doctor? I don't know. I don't remember. She was in a drama with, I forgot his name. No, actually, don't. I'll take that back. I don't think it was A Good Doctor, but it was another drama that I watched, and I really enjoyed it. She was a pretty decent actress. I know she gets some criticism for it, but I think she has some potential. I really liked her, and when I saw her, the one time I saw her act, and then obviously she will probably continue mostly during participating in variety shows, because out of the four girls, I think she has the most variety skills and the most personality. So I don't know, I probably see her hosting some shows, participating as a cast member in a bunch of shows. And as for Hyuna, obviously she's going to continue singing. She's the one that stood out the most in this group, and she's always has. She's honestly one of the gems that we got with that era. I guess a lot of fans call it the golden era of K-pop, and Hyun is one of those few acts or singers that you really get to see only like in every 6 to 10 years, and she's one of those. So I really hope that she continues her solo career. Her last album didn't do so well, but she gained some momentum with her collaboration that she released this last 2 months, I think, with Blue Moon. So if she's given the right song or the right OST, I think she can do perfectly fine. And I just hope she signs with a company that is going to back her up with whatever she wants to do. And obviously Dasam, she is not the strongest singer, but she has improved a lot over the years, and she's mainly just probably focusing on acting. I know she's participated in a few dramas, so we'll probably see her more on the acting side. And yes, I'm just really excited that we at least get a farewell song from the girls, so a last comeback from them. But I really, really hate the fact that Starship put the Cosmic Girls like a week or almost a week after they released their I don't know if it's going to be an album. I really hope it's an album because I really want to have a physical copy of their last release. But I think that's really shady of Starship to do that. I think they could have waited at least 2 weeks and a half to release the Cosmic Girls' first full-length album, so that's like a big deal. And no, I just don't like the fact that they did that. So other than that, I would just say that I hope the song gets to number one. I think they deserve to leave with a number one song, and I really, really want an album. But even if it's not an album, I'm really just happy that they get to release something this year to commemorate their 8 years in K-pop. And you know, they made summer really fun for me, and I think for a lot of K-pop fans over the years. I always complain that Sistar's always making summer songs, but at the end of the day, I always just, yes, Sistar has a song in the summer, like you have something to listen to. And last year they just outdid themselves. When I made the unboxing or like a review of their last mini album, I said it was my favorite title track from them, and it's probably one of my all-time favorite K-pop songs. The last comeback, I like that. It was just a fantastic track, and who knows, maybe this new song will be their best song. And they left the legacy for a lot of groups. They just had something special. They had this aura about them. You don't really get to see a lot of girl groups like Sistar, because even though they're like very, very sexy, they have that friendly image as well. Like you really can see yourself being friends with them. I don't know, it's just how I've always viewed Sistar. And I never really talked about them, but they've always been on my top girl groups. It's just I have every single release that they've ever released. And no, it's just a lot of this makes me think back when I was getting really, really getting into K-pop. I used to listen to Push Push, Shady Girl, and How Dare You on repeat. And yes, so I hope that a lot of people back up their last release and support it. And they should leave with their heads held high, because they really left a legacy. In my opinion, they're legends in the K-pop world, and they're one of the reasons why groups like BTS, EXO, even girl groups like Blackpink, even though they're not from the same company, Sistar was one of those earlier groups that really managed to get that worldwide audience. And because Ma Boy went viral, and a lot of their songs, because they were really catchy, and they had the special choreography, like the special dance. They always went viral with them. Well, back in the day, I mean, their dances are still very cool till this day, but they always managed to get that buzz, and they're one of the girl groups that really broke that barrier to really showcase K-pop outside of Asia. And yeah, so I think everyone should really, really support the girls with whatever they're going to continue. And yes, don't be angry at them. It's completely understandable that they didn't renew their contracts. But I would just like to say, Sistar, thank you for those 8 years. And I've been there for them since day one. So it's kind of bittersweet to you know, say goodbye to the girls, but you know, eventually this day is going to come. And as for just me in general with K-pop, it's just this is just one of the just another reason why I'm losing my love for K-pop. And I think a lot of older fans as well, but yeah, I think I'm going to lose it if Girls' Generation just stops releasing music. So because it will be kind of like the last official top girl group to stop making music, because Sistar was always up there within like the top 5 girl groups in Korea, because it was back in the day it was Girls' Generation, 21, Wonder Girls, Kara, and Sistar. And so we lost 21, we lost Wonder Girls, we lost Kara. Well, Kara's on disbandment / hiatus right now, and then we just lost Sistar right now. So Girls' Generation is kind of like the last group that is, I guess, holding their crown. And you know, seeing those like girl group. Oh, and then we have Tiara who's also disbanding. It's just, the list is endless. And when I see groups like Beast, who are now called Highlight because Cube is screwing them over, doing so well, and even their sales went up, so I'm really happy. I'm really glad when they're still getting some support, and I really want girl groups to really gain that opportunity to really continue, because it's a lot more harder for girl groups to continue than for boy groups, because usually the fan bases for boy groups are a lot more stronger in my opinion, and they last a little bit longer than girl groups. So this is just another reason why it's really sad for girl groups to who want to continue, but they really can't continue when they don't have a really strong following. So I really hope Girls' Generation continues, but you know, whatever they want to do. This was I think a decision from all the 4 members of Sistar. So yeah, now I'm just kind of rambling, but yeah, I wanted to make a video at least for them. And yeah, if you have any other opinions, I guess comment down below. And yes, it's quite sad, so I guess I will have to make a video for Tiara once they release their last album. And yes, so I don't know, this is just quite depressing. I feel kind of empty, and just, it's quite difficult because I grew up with listening to these 4 girls. But yeah, I guess I'll just end the video, and thank you guys for watching. And yeah, look forward to some more videos. I'll make a video right after this, a little bit more positive. And yeah, it's kind of ironic because it's another Starship artist. So thank you guys for watching, and yeah, just look forward to more videos. And yeah, thank you, Sistar, so much. We love you. We love you. We love you. Bye, guys.